welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today I decided I was going to do a whole video using just Clinique products because the other day I pulled out a blush from Clinique that I had bought so many years ago and forgot about. To be truthful, I just forgot about it because so many blushes have definitely been flooding us that I completely forgot about this. And this is one that I bought probably right when I was getting back into makeup, so probably 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, even we might five, closer to six, even to be honest. But it is because okay. So when I first started getting back into makeup, ramble, I didn't know what to do, because it'd been so long. And of course, as high school, like I wore it as a 15, 16, 17, 18, probably till about 21, and then I stopped. I became a mom. It was just, all the money went to the children in a way. I mean, I would put on makeup from time to time, but it was mostly drugstore, to be fair. Now, with that said, I raised that set of kids, and then I have another set of children still living at home. But I was like, you know what? They can have money. They can have it, but I want a little bit too. I want to take care of me. And I realized that because as I started getting older, I was like, my skin's not looking like it used to, things start changing. So, anywho, long story short, I went into Ulta, one got built, and right beside it was a Planet Fitness, and this is right around the time that I had decided, I was getting close to 400 pounds, and I thought, might want to start to lose a little bit of weight, you know what I mean? Now, granted, I put on the weight, I put it back on, that's on me. But an Ulta was built, I would work out and I'd walk over there and look. So, with that said, the first thing in my Ulta, you have the drugstore and then you have the prestige, higher end. And the first thing was Clinique. And then it went to Urban Decay, Tarte, Too Faced. That's the way it was set up. Now, I haven't been in there in a long time, obviously, because I haven't been to Planet Fitness in a long time. Need to get back on that. I will. I promise. But just for my own health, you know what I mean? But Clinique is what I started with. So I found their skincare regimen and I really liked it. And I thought, well, okay, I'll start with the makeup, you know what I mean? Because skincare is always what's important, But I started with their makeup, and hence why I have Clinique makeup. And I don't know how much, because when I first got into makeup, it wasn't long before I was just jumping everywhere. Because I was like, ooh, I like this, ooh, I like that, ooh, 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 you know what I mean? So, and then as I've gotten into it over the years, it's not a brand I think about often. I don't know about you all, but the other day I pulled out this blush, and it was called number 12 Pink Pump. It is still available on Ulta, and it was just so pretty on the cheek. And it's pretty packaging too. It's very, secured in there. I have dropped in this on my carpet. I have dropped in this on hardwood floor. It has not busted. So the packaging is great. It's not cheap like say packaging like say this, my Rimmel, how it's thin and it cracks easily, right? It's not like that. This is sturdy and very, and the blush itself is very nice. You dip the blush in and there's really no powder that picks up. And like I said in a previous video, it almost reminds me of the Hourglass blush where you can't overdo it. You just can't. So with that said, I was like, I think I can do a whole face of Clinique, right? So I started grabbing. I started finding makeup. So the first thing I found was my Clinique Even Better Refresh Hydrating Repairing Makeup. I have the shade CN52 Neutral MF. It's a little too dark, just a little bit, but it works. I can make it work. But this is so nice. It really is. then I found my Clinique. Now this was a little bit too dark for me. I actually need to get a little early. It says medium base 08, and it's line smoothing concealer, Clinique. This is a little bit too dark, but it worked. I was able to make it all work, right? Great. And I don't mind that concealer. It's not my favorite though. I don't mind it. So, but the foundation I do like. So then I started thinking, do I have any powder? I don't. But then I was like, wait a second. Kind of did. Here's why. So every now and then, Clinique comes out with like these special limited edition type things, Christmas, springtime. It's usually when I see them, and I happen to get these two right around spring of different years, of course. And I also picked this up at some point. We'll get back to that. But on this, I got a Glow to Go, and it does say limited edition, and then I got Sun Kiss Perfection, and on the back of it, it says limited edition. Let's start with this one. So in the Glow to Go, you have a very nice size mirror on this side, and then you have a mattifying powder, shimmer and glow, a blush and brightener, and get bronzed. Okay, that's what you have in this one. In the Sun Kissed Perfection one, you have a mattifier, a shimmer and glow, blush and brighten, and get bronzed. Now, the blushes look different, and the mattifying powders are the same. The blushes are different in these. The bronzer, I think they're the same, to be honest, and the shimmer and glow I think is the same. The blush is the only thing different out of these two palettes, so I don't know why I have both, but I do. I don't know. I guess maybe I just thought like they were different, but now looking at them, they're not. The blushes is the only thing different. One is more of a mauve color, and one is more pinky for sure. Yeah, so that's the only difference. But if you have them, I actually like them. Now, can you get these things separately? I don't know. Because here's the thing, I used the mattifying powder actually to set with. Y'all, it was good. This mattifying powder took down the shine. Hold on, look. Let me show you. Right? I'm just going to pick it up on the brush. You could use a powder puff. But let's just see. Where do I have some shine? I've got shine everywhere, don't I? I do. But let's just put her here. Look at that. Like, it just takes it down immediately, and it's nice. Now, granted, you know, you're not going to take this with you, right? And I'm not so sure they pull out, and because I can't find my magnetic thingy, I don't know, to be fair. I really don't find my magnet, but I'm going to use these. I think I'm going to put these down and actually use them, because I'm interested in how the highlighter and bronzer and blush work, because I forgot. So I don't know how those work, because I actually used this today. So this is what I'm wearing on the cheeks for highlighter, blush, and bronzer. Now, all three of these, in this case, you can buy separately, like the pink pop, okay? Everything has a pop at the end of it too, by the way. Don't know. So the highlighter is called Petal Pop, it's called Pearl Pop. The blush is Ginger Pop, and the bronzer is Sun Kiss Pop. And I looked on Ulta's website, and you can get them all. This is where I got all this stuff, by the way. It's Ulta. Now, can you get this for? Maybe. I don't know, but I didn't. Like I said, I got mine at Ulta. So that is the highlighter and the blush and bronzer. I think this little palette, these shades are perfect for spring and summer. Especially this ginger. I feel like that is really good for summer, because it kind of looks like you're sunburned in a way, but it's not too intimidating, and you can definitely build it. They pick up beautifully on a brush. The pink pop, I think a bit more towards spring, pink, you know, it's like pastel pink color. So I can't wait for these. And again, one is called Sun Kiss Perfection. So I feel like this one's going to be really good for summer. This one here. have these two things here. They're called no name on this. They're just both called the All About Shadow Palette, except this one here has Winkworthy on it. I'll be honest, their eyeshadow, I've used this one before, and do you remember those MAC palettes where they were all different sizes and stuff? I have a couple. I've got almost all of those ones. That's what happened. But that's what this reminded me of, just chaos in a way. But you have a little bit of variety in there, but it's a basic palette. You know what I mean? I will say for aging eyes, these palettes are nice though, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Now this one I've never used. No, I have never touched it. But if you look at these two, y'all, they look identical almost. I mean, there's some difference, sure, but for the most part, identical. So you have one and you have the other in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's very little difference in these. But at the same time, they're not bad. And for the price point on these, they're not bad. They're not. And that says something considering most brands, Too-Faced, when they do collections like that, they don't put the best shadows in those collections. You know what I mean? Their holiday palettes, they're getting better, don't get me wrong. But you know what I'm saying. But for today's look, I actually used a palette, which you still can get from Ulta. I have two actual palettes. One was a limited edition, and it came out around Christmas. It's like a peppercorn, Concord, rock velvet, and seashell pink in it. It seems like two of the shades, peppercorn and Concord, are limited edition, while rock velvet and seashell pink are regular shades. I guess I should open this up, huh? And this is what it looks like. But again, this was an unlimited edition palette. But it's pretty, and it would have went with the outfit I wore today because I chose purple. But you see, you can't get that anymore, so I didn't want to use that, right? So I decided to use this one instead. It's called Pink Chocolate. You still can get this from Ulta. And this is what it looks like. Again, very basic color story. You know what I mean? Pink and brown. It just is what it is. But it works, and it looks very nice. Now, with that said, we went over everything I use. Now, my brow, I don't have a brow product from Clinique, so they may have something. I've never tried anything personally. But the other thing that I'm going to talk about is this. Clinique, my Happy line. You all, I love this. I have all 5 bottles of these, the colored, bottles, and you can mix and match them. But this one here is called Cocoa Cashmere, and it's probably my favorite. And it just smells so good, and the bottle is so pretty. It's purple. I've had it for quite a while. But I like to spray one spritz of it and then sort of mix it with something else. I also have 2 of the big bottles of, one's called Happy and the other one is Happy something. I forget what it is. But the perfume isn't bad. It's not overwhelming. Like, it's an everyday type of perfume. You know what I mean? Something that if you had to go to work and you wanted to spray it, you could wear it and be fine all day. You're not going to give somebody else a headache, but you're going to smell good. I know we're already like halfway and I haven't even got started, so let's get started. Okay, I also have lots of lipsticks and lip liners and lip glosses that apparently I didn't know I had until I started digging for Clinique stuff. Like I said, I did start with Clinique. Lipsticks were definitely like my thing when I first got back into makeup. Hot pink, don't know why, have no clue. Probably because I lost my mind. That's another story. For the eyeliner, I'm wearing ColourPop Blown Away. So for the most part, like I said, I've kept it a full face of Clinique. So let's get started with the shadow palette because I think it comes in handy, to be fair. So what we're going to do is, well, we're not going to use those little sponge tip things in there. I keep them. I don't know why, but I do. They're cute though. I'll give them that. But we're going to start with this shade right here, which they're numbered 1 and 2. This particular one does not have names on it like the other one does. So this just says 06 Pink Chocolate. But we're going to start with shade number 2. also on the mirror, I don't know if you can see, but it kind of lays out an eye, and then it tells you 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you have to listen to that? Absolutely not. But if you wanted to, you could. And here's the thing. I think that's the other reason why I went with Clinique when I first got back in makeup, because it had that sort of stuff. And I didn't even know what I was doing. Because back in the day, I mean, let's be honest, we didn't know what we were doing. We had no clue. And me and makeup, it was like black eyeliner in the waterline, black mascara. I think I went 2 shades lighter in foundation instead of darker, so I looked pale white. You know, it was like I had no idea what I was even doing, to be fair. But my problem with this is this. I think this palette for 4 shades is like, is it $25, I think? I don't necessarily know if it's worth that with 4 shades. They are coming out with 2 bigger palettes, one called Pink Honey, or is it Pink Honey and Black Cherry, or Black Honey or something. They're coming out with 2. One's already out, the other one is not out yet, I don't think. On the website is what I was looking at. I won't be buying them, and not because I don't like the eyeshadow, because I do like it. I just don't know if it's worth the price point. And there's so many other formulas out here that I can see why somebody would want to buy Clinique eyeshadows on one hand. On the other hand, if I'm going for an all-natural look, I'm going to get a Tasha Denona palette, because I just like that. You know what I mean? I love that brand. But I also understand price points. So for $25, you get 4 shades. It does create a look. And you know what? Maybe you're not into eyeshadows the way I am. We're going to go into this last shade, number 4, and darken up the outer corner. And you know, you don't want to spend that much on eyeshadows. You'd rather spend a lot on foundation or something, you know, or blushes. Like, it just really depends. If eyes, you're going to do the same look over and over, this is a pretty palette to choose. I won't deny that. I think this is a beautiful color story. It goes from light to dark. It gives you what you need in an eye look to create a beautiful eye look. And, you know, it lays on my aging eyes very nicely. I mean, there's really nothing bad to say about it. It's just, if I'm in a store and I'm looking around, I don't know if this is something, well, I know I personally wouldn't gravitate towards this at this stage in my journey, because I have been introduced to so many things nowadays, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I have a lot, more than anybody else, more than I'll ever need in my lifetime. So if I was just a regular person who just did my makeup and be done, wasn't that interested in formulas, wasn't that interested in creating art, I guess. It's almost like somebody that colors in a coloring book. That's the way I am with my makeup. I know it sounds silly. I get it. It's therapeutic to me, though. It works. We're going to take that number 2 shade, the first shade I used, and run it under the lower lash line. But if, like I said, there's a reason why I did buy these. Because they're basic palettes. And when I was first getting back into makeup, it wasn't overwhelming. There wasn't a lot of thought process, and I got used to formula, where to put it on my eye, what colors I like, that sort of thing. That is why it was purchased. So, again, there is definitely a reason for this brand. Not to mention, like, not only is their formulas good, the price point isn't like feel that it is less than like Lancome and Estee Lauder, and I feel like they're equals. To be fair, you know what I mean. I do feel like it's equal. I think they probably have better packaging as far as like look wise. I'm not that big of a fan of the look. Like this part's not bad, although it's going to get fingerprints. It's going to get dirty. But to see the shadows from behind, like you can see the glue, like that's not my favorite. I'm not going to lie as far as packaging. However, I will say that it's sturdy. It's going to hold up. It ain't going to break, type of thing. So again, a time and a place. You know, I feel like if I was going to travel and it was just a weekend trip and I wanted to just be put together but wanted to do something very quick, I could see me taking this palette. But on the flip side of that, would I take this over, say, a 5-pan of Natasha Denona? See, I don't know. We're going to go into shade number 3 now, which is like shimmery pink satin shade. And we're going to pat it all over the lid. And like I said, it gives just enough spark, enough shiny to make the look elegant. It's not over the top, but it's definitely there too. You can see it. I just think that this is elegant, maybe sophisticated, classy. Almost like a Charlotte Tilbury palette. Now that packaging, again, you're paying for packaging with that, and you only get 4 shades, right? Yeah, it's quad. So technically Clinique is cheaper than that too. But again, the formula is as good. I would compare that, yeah. I mean, some of hers are more poppy shades, don't get me wrong. But, you know, we're going to take number 1 now. We're going to put it in the inner corner. Because with most Charlotte Tilbury palettes, there's the pop shade. I like that. This doesn't have that. Now, I don't know how all the palettes are set up, to be fair. If some have more of something. But at the same time, they do have single shadows that are something pop. Because Lord knows everything's got a pop at the end of it. For the most part. For the most pop. Yeah, for the most part. So, I don't know. But my thing with it is there's so much out here now, right? So many brands. And these ones that have been around forever, like Clinique, Lancome, Estee Lauder. Could you imagine if they went out of business? I mean, sit there and register that. Because if I sit and register that, I'm like, well, because you have to, like, in a way, it's people's childhood. Like, your grandparents or great-grandparents could have even used this kind of makeup. I mean, I find it almost sad in a way if they were, but nobody talks about them anymore. I don't hardly hear anybody. I mean, I hear some people talk about the Lancome skincare and maybe a mascara. Estee Lauder, again, skincare. What else do they talk about with Estee Lauder? I mean, really just skincare. Because at least with Lancome, I know people talk about their Hypnose mascaras and something else that Estee Lauder is known for? I mean, I have products. I have lipsticks and a lip liner. I do like their lip liners. There's lip liners now. I do have an eyeshadow palette. Like, I have stuff from them, but I don't know. I'm worried with all these brands. What's going to happen with brands that are no longer, that are older, that like, because let's be real, younger kids aren't talking about that brand, right? And our grandparents, mine are no longer here. But I don't really shop from these brands. Now that I've been introduced to other things, we're going to take that number 4 shade and line the top lash line and bottom lash line. So it's like, who is buying these products in a way? Who's keeping them in business? Because I'll be honest, I don't want Clinique to go out of business. Because personally, I love their skincare. I haven't bought it in a while, and I probably should. Actually, I do use their I use that rollerball thing, the serum. I use that in the morning, so I do have that. And I do use their moisturizer with the right now I have the one that's got the acne like serum with it, but I also use the one with the purple, the anti-aging, and I liked it, and with the serum and with the lotion. I've used their vitamin C, although that's expensive. I mean, I really do like a lot of their products. And I feel bad because, like, I go for, obviously, where I like to try out stuff. I don't ever stick with it. And it's like, I like this. But, oh, let me go try this just so I can say what it's about. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. But I keep seeing these brands going out of business, and I am so worried about these brands that have been around and maybe they're safe because they have been around for so long that, their name alone holds a great deal. But for mascara, we're going to use the Clinique High Impact Mascara for the lower lash line, or the top lash line. Where's my mirror? This video is going to be so long. Now, could you imagine if I did a full face? This is just me talking about it. Like, could you imagine sitting here while I did a full face? Yeah, we'd be here forever. I am going to do one, though. I'm trying to figure it out to where it won't be too long. So I got to pick products that I know I can just go, go through real quick. That's going to work. I'm not going to have any problems because I talk too much. And I'm so slow at doing my makeup because, I'm just an everyday person. So I don't exactly know what I'm doing all the time. Well, most of the time. And I am making this mascara too. Like, it's really good. And I want to compare it to my Lash Clash, right? But I can't because my Lash Clash is better. It truly is. But price point wise, my Lash Clash is like $10 more, $15 more. Is it that much better? I don't know. That depends, on how much money I have. If I ain't got much money and I have enough to buy this, I would buy this. something else, you probably will. You probably will. That is now their lip liner though. I do like it. The one I have in that lipstick with me. That's another one I really do like a lot. I have no idea where I have to put anything. I need like home desk deals for the lower lash line, but I don't know where I stuck it. But for lip liner, let me do it real quick. I'm wearing the Clinique Intense Blush in 07. Love this color. For the lipstick today, though, I went different. I pulled out 02 Bear Paw, which is this here. And it is so pretty. And it feels so nice on the lips. It's just really pretty. It's a nice nude. Then I put on the gloss. I don't think I'm going to be able to read that, y'all. Yeah, I'm not reading that one, but it looks like this. It's like a pinky, it's got a little bit of like, not glitter, shimmer to it, but you can't feel it type of thing. It's very nice. I don't know what that was. If y'all heard that or not. But I do like this gloss, but I cannot read the name of that for nothing. No way. Loverboy, is that what that says maybe? Loveboy. Sharp. Shy. I don't know. Something pop probably. I don't know. If I can figure out the name of it, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, I don't know it. I can't see it, so. But anyway, yeah, like when it comes to Clinique, oh, there it is. I'm gonna put that on the lash line, we're done. Like, I really think this looks pretty. I think everything turned out really nice. I really do. And I guess that's the one thing with Clinique I can say. I mean, I never did like I mean, I guess in a way I have, but the whole brand of using one brand, I don't know if the look has turned out as good as this one has. And I think it looks very nice, like everyday, fresh, put together. If you don't talk quick and easy, for me, you talk a lot, it's not so quick and easy. I know something else that I really do like from Clinique, and that is their bottom lash mascara. They have one that's called bottom lash mascara. I gotta fix that. And I really do like that mascara a lot. It's nice. It's a very teeny tiny brush. So cute. And I do enjoy that as a mascara for the bottom lashes. It's very smaller than even like the MAC. We'll be able to fix this mess. I don't know what happened. A big blob of that mascara. I've never had that happen before, but here we are. Anyway, but overall, I like Clinique. I highly suggest checking them out. Just check them out. Swatch it. Almost all of anything that has the pop after it, though, I will say is definitely, I mean, it's made for everybody, but people with mature skin, I feel like you all will love it. I love it. I mean, I think it looks so nice with the skin. It really does. But check it out. Let me know what you all think about Clinique down in the comments. I'm curious, do you buy anything? And when's the last time you purchased something? Because I feel like now I have to go to Ulta and kind of buy something. I feel like I need something. I don't know. And I'm curious about, like, really, I'm kind of curious about other foundations because I really love that foundation that I used today. Oh, and a concealer. Definitely a concealer. But I'd like to check out what else they have, if anything new, but see it in person and stuff like that. But anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload every day but Sunday unless there's a new launch. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy.